Before I get started with this this video, I want to say that people are really weird. What I mean by that is, when it comes down to comedians, it's funny as long as the joke is not on you. You know, when the comedian is on stage and he's making fun of himself, or he's making fun of his mother or his family members, you laugh, right? It doesn't matter whether these family members are black, white, Hispanic. As long as the joke doesn't concern you as the audience member, it's funny. Ha ha ha, he, ki, ka ka ka. It's hilarious. And then as soon as that same comedian, or a comedian in general, decides to make a joke about you, all of a sudden you want to get up and say fuck you and say, who do you think you are? I could have sworn that was the job of a comedian, to make jokes. Comedy wouldn't exist if you couldn't make jokes on whatever topic that you felt like making it on. You know, like how Dwayne Johnson was on that show. I don't remember what it was. And he made a joke about a robot that could rape children. Y'all thought that was funny, didn't you? A robot that could rape children. I didn't think it was funny. But Dwayne Johnson, he performed the skit on whatever show that was. And, you know, he had the audience in the background laughing. Now, whether it was a real audience or not, that's up for debate. The point is, comedy wouldn't be comedy unless there was a joke about real life, okay? Comedy wouldn't exist if you know, everybody everywhere was just in their feelings 24/7. It wouldn't even exist. Anyway, let me let you guys watch this video, and I'm gonna give my take.
You how he was responding to a member of his audience who was Mexican, who seemed to be offended by the stand-up. Okay, so let's watch the first video.
No, this ain't Mexico. It used to be Mexico, motherfucker, and now it's Phoenix, goddammit.
That's funny. That's funny how he said that, because the guy got upset about him making jokes about Mexicans. And Katt Williams said, I bet you when you leave here, you won't go back to Mexico, motherfucker. Excuse my language, guys. I'm trying not to cuss in my videos now. Let's continue.
I don't get that brand of humor where they get really angry.
Is that really a brand of humor?
I mean, it's kind of entertaining because it's so awkward to watch a lot of times. I'm like, oh, that's fascinating. But I don't think it's particularly funny, and it certainly hasn't worked out in the past when people have tried it. Of course, everybody remembers Michael Richards yelling at a black guy in the audience. But let's watch.
Okay.
Continue to watch.
No, nigga, do you know where you at, nigga? USA! 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 I don't give a fuck! No, nigga, this is my hood, nigga. Motherfuckers think they can live in this country and then still be allegiance to another fucking country. If you love another country more than you love America, motherfucker, then get the step into that bitch. Do you remember when white
He just said, if you love another country more than you love America, then get the stepping. Guys, that's one of the realest sentences I ever heard in my life. If you love another country more than you love America, then get the stepping. You see, because he wouldn't have been able to throw his middle finger up and try to get at Katt Williams if he was in his country that he loves so much. Right? Let's continue.
People used to say, go back to Africa, and we have to tell them we don't want to. So if you love Mexico, bitch, get the fuck over there.
So am I on his side? Would I have enjoyed that show? Hell no, right? You know, again, it's comedy. You got to give a little.
So, I don't want to make this video too long, guys. The Young Turks are more of a left-winger than I thought they ever were. Because many years ago, I used to, follow their channel. I used to support them. But now I realize that they are left-wingers. See, the left-wingers go along to get along. The left-wingers are the get-along gang. Let's just do what we're supposed to do so that everybody else will be happy, including our oppressors. That's how the Democrats think. Am I a Republican? I'm not a Republican, but I do agree with a lot of Republican views. But that's neither here nor there. Let me tell you guys my story real quick about my experience with a racist Mexican. I was in Dallas, Texas. This happened in Dallas, Texas months ago. It's probably like 2 months ago now. Yeah, roundabout. It was either last month or 2 months ago. So we're in January of 2022 now. So this probably happened in November. Yeah, this happened in November of 2021. Come home from work. Well, I'm actually on my way home from work. And I'm waiting for the bus. Mind you, I'm the only black man in the vicinity that's filled with round about 4 Mexicans. 2 women and 2 men. Out of nowhere, there's this bold, brazen knucklehead of a Mexican that starts talking. He starts talking crap. And he says things like, yeah, the blacks around here, the negros, yeah, they're crazy. They try to rob people and stuff. Yeah, I mean, hey, ladies, you have to be careful. Cuidado, be careful, because you never know when the negro is going to do something, it's crazy out here. Mind you, guys, I'm the only black man there. So he says what he says, right? And then he walks past my way, because I'm sitting down. He walks past me and he says, fucking stupid. Like he basically says something disrespectful, and he dropped the F-bomb. Right? So he's mumbling under his breath after what he just did. Then he comes right back to the same crew. And then he's talking to the guy. There's a Mexican guy. He's like, yeah, the negros, crazy, loco, yeah, crazy, man. And then the guy responds. He says, yeah, the negros, right? Yeah, this fucking negro. This is the language that they're using, guys. And little did they know, I understand a little bit of Spanish. I actually understand enough Spanish to understand when somebody's being disrespectful. So they continue on, and then the bus comes. Okay, the bus comes, and now the same Mexican punk that was talking all of that crap is trying to have a conversation with me. Hey, man, such and such and such. Like, I can't remember exactly what he was saying, but he mentioned something about a gun. Okay? He mentioned something about a gun. And I'm looking at him like, yeah, whatever, man. And he keeps trying to talk to me for some weird reason. He keeps trying to talk to me. So we finally get on a bus. And I had to tell him to his face because this punk, he's a grown man with children, by the way, guys. Grown man with children. This punk keeps trying to have a conversation with me. So I'm like, okay, look, man, I heard everything that you said back there. And he was like, what? What are you talking about, man? Man, you know what? Leave me alone. Don't talk to me, man. And I was like, I understand Spanish too. You ain't the only one that understands Spanish. And he was like, man, he's like, man, what are you talking about? Now, mind you, as this is going on, guys, that his Mexican associate that was siding with him and talking about negros this and negros that, he got quiet all of a sudden. You didn't hear a peep from him. Both of them got on a bus with me. You didn't hear a peep from this clown because he didn't want to get involved at that point. So I'm telling him, I'm like, look, bro, I heard everything you said. I understand Spanish too. And he was like, look, man, he's like, you don't know what you're talking about, man. He was like, you want to see my last name? Do you know my last name? I said, I don't care about your last name, man. I heard everything you said back there. And I understood what you were saying back there. See, guys, he's one of those Mexicans that not only does he dislike black men, but he also thinks black men are stupid. Everybody thinks black men are stupid, uneducated fools. This is why it's extremely important to get your education and learn different languages. The Pimsleur language program is probably where you should start. All right? With that being said, let me continue. This guy is going back and forth with me. And then I said, the guy that's driving the bus says, hey guys, I need y'all to stop. Now, mind you, the bus driver is a white guy. In his mind, he's like, oh my God, a black against a Mexican, really? I can't believe this is happening. Like, that's what his attitude was toward what was going on. Because most people think that Mexicans can't be racist. Y'all are dead wrong. Okay? Mexicans are taught racism the same way Asians and Indians are taught racism against blacks. Okay? So don't get it twisted. So the last thing that happened in this little tit for tat we were having is he said, look, man, because he made a phone call. He said he made a phone call and he called his roommate. His roommate is a black man. Ironically, right? And he's like, hey, man, he was like, I got this guy on a bus, man. He's talking all this crap to me. And, man, he's kind of big, he's kind of swole. And look, I don't want no trouble, but he seems like he wants to fight me. This is what he says to his homeboy, his black homeboy, ironically, right? So then the bus gets to his destination. You know what he says as he's getting off the bus? Come on, man. You think you tough, right? Come on, get off the bus. Get off the bus and come see me. I was like, I ain't never said I wanted to fight you, homie. He gets off the bus and he calls himself throwing a tantrum because I didn't get off the bus and try to fight him. See, that's another part of his believing that black men are stupid. He really thought that I wanted to fight him all because I confronted him about his racism. Bro, I'm a grown man that has a life. Not only that, but everybody and their mother knows I will lay you out. What the heck do I look like fighting you? Anyway, that's how the situation went down, guys. Tell me what you think of if you had any experience that was similar or just like it. Be sure to leave a like. And yeah, stay tuned for my next videos. Deuces for now.